So last night was supposed to be line in the sand day for our virtual listener. You guys ever have like a line in the sand or a mental deadline day in your mind where you know it's going to be stressful? It's supposed to be on Wednesday, and then you're ready, you're fired up, and then you just realize, I want to do this today. So Wednesday becomes Thursday, and then you're like, today is the day. Today is the day. I'm feeling good about it. I'm strong in my opinion. I'm going for it. I can handle this conflict. And then you wait till Friday, and then Monday, and then Tuesday, and then Wednesday, right?
And then the next month.
and then next year goes by.
Yeah, and then at some point you're like, you know what's not even a big deal. And you don't do it at all. So last night she had a line in the sand date for this dude that they've been hiding their relationship, and she said last night she was going to call him out on it. So did she do it?
So, yeah, they've been dating for about 2.5 months, and it kind of started off as a friends with benefits situation, which was cool for both of them until she really started to catch feelings. And at that point, she wanted to let the world know, including her friends, that they are together. But one of their friends were getting married, and she's going to be the bridesmaid in that wedding. So the guy felt like, listen, this is not the time to announce our relationship because we're going to overshadow the wedding and all of those things. Kristen brought up that point that's how he was thinking. Me and Bert didn't believe it and was like, that man is just looking for an excuse. And so we came up with the consensus that they should go to the wedding, and then she should ask him after the wedding, now what do we do now? Because when they got to the wedding, it was difficult for her to keep the secret because he had on a suit, and she was like, oh, look at my guy. He looks really good. And, well, another woman at the wedding thought the same thing because she appeared to be all over him as well. And then when she left the wedding and went on Instagram, she realized that they were now following each other. So she was assuming that this woman DM'd her man. And so now she's done with it, and she's going to go to him and say, listen, dude, this is the time to announce it. It's now or never.
It's time for action. So I guess what she's trying to say to him, like, what are we? That was it. What are we? You've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. So what are we? It's time for that conversation. So the updated email Cassie has.
Well, it seems I have my answer. It turns out that I have wasted my time. Mm-hmm. Not only did I waste my time, but I've also made things incredibly awkward for myself. I'm not sure how I can continue to be a part of the same friend group now. Earlier this afternoon, I gave him an ultimatum and told him I didn't want to keep things secret anymore. It turned into an argument after he made several excuses and was beating around the bush. Because he told me that he wasn't ready to reveal our relationship to anybody else. He tried to make excuses and say that things would just be awkward with everybody, but when I continued to pressure him to give me some type of timeline as to when he thinks he'll be ready to tell people, he ended up admitting that it's never. He ended up telling me that he doesn't see me as a girlfriend and he knows he never will.
What? Why now? Like, didn't he say before? Do I have this twisted? Didn't he say before, like, let's just wait till after the wedding?
Yes,
right?
he did.
Mm-hmm. He did.
Well, he didn't say wait. Like she never said about them saying boyfriend, girlfriend. She just wanted to come out about them dating. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're serious, but you're forming a relationship. So I feel like this is the first time we've actually heard the word girlfriend, boyfriend.
Okay.
He says he likes hanging out with me and he likes the, quote, benefits. Apparently, I completely misinterpreted where his head was at. He says if it's up to him, we would just continue to be friends with benefits and put no label on it beyond that. He also doesn't want anyone else to know. To pour even more salt into the wound, the main reason he doesn't want anybody to know is because there's someone else in our friend group who he is interested in. This person currently has a boyfriend, so I can only assume that he's been using me until she's single and available.
I want to give her a hug.
To say that I'm heartbroken and humiliated would be an understatement. So I'm not quite sure where to go from here and how to salvage any kind of friendship with him. I'm not even sure that I want to. And that said, if I don't do something, I feel like I'll be throwing away my entire friend group, and I don't want that. I would love some advice on how you go from friends with benefits or some version of a relationship back to just friends. Is it even possible?
Oh, is it even possible, Mo?
That completely depends on you as a person. I am not the kind of person who could do that. No. Once we cross that line, I don't think there's any going back as friends. I do think this is obviously a horrible situation for her. I mean, in his defense, to what little bit I can defend him, they did start off as friends with benefits, and maybe his feelings just didn't grow like hers did, and he wanted to keep it there. But obviously, that was something that she needed to get the information about, and now she has it, and I think she should just move on completely.
I know very few people that can actually pull the friends with benefits thing off. Usually it's physical, then you go your way, I go my way, and we'll link back up because we both got needs, right? And inevitably, at least in my world, what I've seen is somebody catches feelings. As soon as somebody somebody actually starts dating somebody else, maybe even getting physical with somebody else, then the other person catches feelings and they're like, yeah, no. And that complicates the whole definition of things. So she feels foolish here, and he kind of played her.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Yeah, he I don't know how much he played her. They just definitely were not on the same page. And as far as if you can go back, it's so fresh. It just happened. You're going to need some time to process, a little time to heal. And then I think you'll be able to determine whether or not you can be friends again. I wouldn't throw away your friend group. I don't think that's fair. But you'll figure out a way to be in each other's presence without having to like interact.
There's going to be some tension there in that friend group, though. So here's how it all starts to break up, though. Like, naturally, this is how it breaks up, because there'll be some weird tension between the two of them. Somebody's going to get buzzed or something, and someone's going to figure out what's been going on. And then now you're busted into two different friend groups.
And the new girl is in the friend group, which makes it even worse. The girl that he's actually interested in.
Yeah.
Who's got the boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's just waiting?
She might have no recourse except to leave Pride Rock and never return.
No. Don't you dare.
There's a whole bunch of people out there. We'll probably make really, really, really great friends.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched? Well, you can get a lot more of The Bert Show for free on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.